The Pioneer Saloon has a reputation for being one of the most haunted bars in Nevada.
When you're alone, you don't feel alone, like ever.
We heard somebody running across the room, and it sounded like a child running barefoot.
All three of these right here are the original bullet holes from 1915.
It just sticks with me, like I can't get it out of my head.
Tonight, we investigate the Pioneer Saloon to see if any of these ghost stories are true. So having been an assistant GM here at the Pioneer Saloon, I'm sure you've seen some things or heard some things in your time here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, all day.
All day?
Yes, every shift I've heard something.
Is there a story in particular on one of your shifts that kind of resonates with you?
I was working in the kitchen. I suddenly felt like, almost like hot oil on my leg, and it was just burning. I checked with my boss. I said, I have to go sit down and check my leg. I pulled up my jeans, and there was 3 scratches down the front of my leg. Yeah. And I felt like really nauseous and just queasy and heavy. And that's when
Did it look
my
like
boss,
like just nails that were
yeah, it was just like 3 straight up swollen scratches.
And it was just burning.
Burning, like on fire.
And when did the sensation go away?
I'd say probably about 6 hours into my shift.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that was a deep
And I just
scratch.
couldn't, I couldn't get it out of my head. Like, just that it was there, and I just was like going through my head, like, why?
Did anything else happen after that?
A couple years later, I was bartending, and I felt that same, like, hot sensation. And this time it was like in my hair, down the back of my neck. And I was like in denial at first, like this cannot be happening again. So my coworker had come in, and I said, will you please look and tell me what's right here? And she looked and was like, oh my God.
Terrified.
Yeah, the same uneasy feeling and just heavy, and that same burning that it's not a normal scratch.
And did that last for 6 hours as well, like around that?
Actually, that one lasted a lot longer, like days. Yeah.
That is so
But it was like a
terrifying.
whole hand this time. It wasn't 3, a whole hand. It just sticks with me, like I can't get it out of my head.
All of the saloon employees we talked to had their own tales of spirit encounters. So who was Mikey?
So Mikey was one of Our Lady of the Night's sons. The story about him is that there was a well underneath the kitchen. Supposedly he had fallen into the well and drowned and then died.
Oh, so sad.
During one of our ghost hunting kind of events, me and a couple of the people who were there with us sat here at the bar, and we're sitting down, we're talking, and so we were like, okay, cool. Do you want to play? We heard somebody running across the room. It came from behind us in that corner to this corner, so right across us, and it sounded like a child running barefoot. And if you've ever heard a child running barefoot over wood or over like a dock or a deck, you can hear it. It's like a slap of feet. And so we heard him running across the floor.
And did you guys look behind you immediately?
We saw nothing.
Saw nothing.
We all looked behind immediately, and we all looked at each other, and we were like, what was that?
One of the Pioneer's notoriously haunted areas is the women's restroom. There are differing theories of who exactly haunts this tiny space, but some believe it's a woman named Ruby Hill Barnes, who was allegedly murdered there in the 1940s. Have you heard any noises in the restroom? Do you hear noises that come out of there?
All the time. I've walked in there and like shut and locked the door, and I hear and I'm like, I turn my head.
It's like a cough.
Yep, and I'm like, whatever. I turn my head this way to walk towards like the toilet, and I got hit in the head with a soap dispenser. I'm like, cool, that's nice. But like things happen all the time where like people get stuck or locked in there when they can't get out all the time.
So she likes to play tricks on people. Sounds
yeah,
like.
whoever's in there.
She likes to have fun. Some patrons even come to the bar specifically to investigate the bathroom for themselves.
There were 2 girls from North Carolina that came in. They're like, we want to go to the bathroom. So I walked them into the bathroom. They come out, I'm like, hey, you guys find anything? They're like, oh, we don't think so. They took a bunch of pictures. And then as they're going around the bar and they go back into the dining room, the one sister's like freaking out. And she was like, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, what'd you find? What'd you find? You know? And so like we go into the dining room and they show me a picture. And they got a like whole face of a female. Let me show you.
Oh my gosh. It's a lady, and she's smiling. She looks happy. She intentionally got in the shot. Now this, my friend, is a photo bomb. Wow. Wow. Can you show me what the bathroom looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the ladies' bathroom we're walking into right now. As you can see, it's pretty small. So we're right here. So I'm taking the photo. It's not, we're talking like this much space.
Yeah, she's
and the face is large.
Yep, and she's right here.
Yeah.
The sister's right here behind, but like on her shoulder, like pointing towards this way, and then the face is right there.
And the stories just keep getting better and better.
The Pioneer staff seem to have accepted that these ghost encounters are just a normal part of working at the oldest saloon in Southern Nevada.
Well, this place comes with a lot of history, so things are bound to happen.
A ton of history. I mean, if you go back and look at it, this place has been being settled in since like late 1800s, before it was even a town, and then it became a town later on. And so you had people that were here mining and everything else in between, you know, late 1800s.
And this was a hangout spot for a lot of people to come escape the mining life and play games and
Card games.
card games in specific.
Exactly.
And I know that there's a story about a man that was shot over here. Are the bullet holes?
Yes,
still?
they are. They are
Yeah.
right behind you.
Okay, let's take a look.
Okay.
Perhaps the most infamous murder to have taken place at the Pioneer is that of a miner named Paul Koski, who was shot dead by a poker dealer.
Over here,
These are big bullet holes.
they are. So all three of these right here are the original bullet holes from 1915, from
Long
a
time
fateful
ago.
card game that actually happened at this table, being suspected at cheating at cards. But there's been other stories out there where it shows that there might be another angle to that.
Really?
As in, they think that maybe the dealer was the actual one that was caught cheating rather than him being caught cheating. I think honestly, there's only those two men that know what was the
Really
exact.
happened.
Correct.
Now, do you ever feel like you've connected with his spirit here, like in this spot, or do you
Quite a few times.
hear him? What do you?
I see him and probably others out of the corner of my eye a lot. I've smelled like old man cologne, like a cologne that you wouldn't
Yeah.
have today, but you can tell the difference.
Like
and
a
the
musty
place is,
smell?
Yes, and the place has been closed for hours, so you're in disbelief yourself and you're running around to see if there's someone here, and it's nowhere, and then you come back to the spot and it's still there.
Still the smell
Yes.
still lingers.
So my team has all the ghost hunting equipment already set up, and so we're about ready to go, lights out.
All right.
After hearing Paul's story, I was eager to connect with his spirit, so the team set up their ghost hunting equipment used to detect fluctuations in energy.
So, Paul, when you touch this, it goes off. So if you get close to it, that's how you light up the colors. It uses the energy, your energy, to light this up.
So, Paul, if you come near, it'll turn on. Can you try and come near?
Do you want to ask him anything in particular?
Sure. Paul, are you here in this place? Are you upset?
As we asked Paul questions, the EMF meters started to light up, indicating that Paul's spirit was indeed trying to communicate with us.
Look,
See, as you can
it
see,
keeps showing somebody standing on the table. See? And you got
Paul's
two
trying to
people
communicate with us right now. And he's
that is
actively
picking
answering your
up,
questions.
And then there's the one that it keeps picking up in the background
Paul, are you angry?
from the SOS. You're actually able to see somebody standing up.
Over there, I get my head actually, I feel like almost like a little
Let's see.
lightheaded. Yeah, now it's going off.
He's trying.
He's trying. He's actively trying to use these pieces of equipment. I think we
Correct.
just gotta
tell him how to use them, which is why I said when you touch it, it lights up. But you have to use your energy to do it. Just like you're doing with the EMF, it's consistently going on.
So this just dropped in temperature from 66 down to 58.
I feel his presence, and that's why you do too. Yeah, we know you're here with us.
And the Oculus says words that we can't hear, but that the ghosts are supposedly saying.
It just said
Dark.
dark. Yeah.
Find. Voice.
Voice lady. I wonder. Usually I'm not here,
You're a
right?
lady.
I'm a lady.
You're a lady.
And I'm talking. People, voice, lady. There you go. Thank you for using that device. Yeah, we have a team of people. We're filming a show called Spirit of Nevada. And I'm Samantha. I'm the host of the show. I've been here before, but it's been a few years since my last visit. This is my first time interacting with you. Are you okay with us being here? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate your communication with us. It means a lot. Thank you for lighting that up. It was immediately after you asked the question, he acknowledged you.
There was power to it.
I felt ball tonight.
I think I did too.
After tonight's experience, I truly believe that the spirits roam the Pioneer Saloon. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, I highly encourage you to experience it for yourself. Spirit of Nevada is proudly brought to you by Richard Harris Law Firm. For more information, visit richardharrislaw.com. Watch new episodes of Spirit of Nevada on the channels listed below.